Two, one.
Hello everybody, welcome to the HTML and CSS crash course. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to use CSS, what it's used for, and how to actually put it in your HTML code. Okay, this video was actually created as part of the HTML series, but you can also watch this independently. Okay, so let's get started. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets because it allows you to add HTML styles to your code. Okay, let's look at how an example of this is used. I loaded up the BBC homepage for health. It's a pretty nice looking page. It's got different color fonts, different color buttons, menus, pictures, images, all sorts of different stuff. Now let's take a look at it with absolutely no CSS. And shield your eyes because this is not pretty. Yes, this is exactly how it looks. It is a very simple page of bulleted links and a few headings. It's nothing good to look at, and you probably don't want to use this every day to check your news on. While as this is a much better looking page. Okay, let's get coding. So I loaded up a very simple page with just a body, a header, and 3 paragraph tags. And it's pretty simple, no CSS, and it's not that great looking either. Now we're about to change that because we're going to add some style tags for CSS. So if you notice, right underneath the body, we have 2 style tags. And this is pretty simple. It's very normal, very similar to other tags like the paragraph or the heading, but it's with style. Now, whatever you put within the style tag will not be HTML. It will be CSS. You can add CSS attributes in a few different ways. One, you can name it by the body type. The element type. So body would be body, H1 would be H1, paragraph would be P. And then you put 2 curly braces. Whatever you put in these curly braces will have to follow a certain format, which we're going to actually zoom in on later. Now, you can also do it with IDs and classes. So say you want to have a header class, right? And the ID's name is header, and you need to identify it by ID. To do this, you will put a hashtag. If you're identifying something by class, you will put a period, just like we're doing here. Because if you look at the original code, the paragraphs, which are classed by info, are classes, while header and page are IDs. Which is exactly what we're doing here. IDs, hashtag, classes, period. And then we also put the curly braces. Now let's zoom in on what's actually within the curly braces and how to add your specific CSS styles. Okay, this is the H1 tag, and I have an attribute font size, colon, 16px, semicolon. The way this format works is attribute name, colon, attribute value, and semicolon. So their name is just the built-in name of whatever style you're putting in. And the value is the outcome of that. So my font size is going to be 16 pixels long and wide because that's what I set it up to be. And this number can be changed any time. So remember, that's the most important thing, and it's used in all different CSS parts. So border, colon, value, semicolon. So it always follows attribute name, colon, value, semicolon. Okay, now let's take a look at how this actually turns out. So this was pretty much the same program as last time, except I added a button because I'm going to show you how you can add CSS to everything this later on. So the outcome of this was this ugly looking page, pretty gray and black and very simple, nothing really fun to look at. Now let's add some style. This is just a very little bit of style, and we got from this drab ugly page to this nice colorful text outline bordered button styled page. And it wasn't that much CSS, even though it looks a lot longer and the font size had to be much smaller for the code to put this in. We have page with a border padding, width, background color, button with a whole bunch of different attributes to get this, H1 color white and text shadow, which is this outline, and same for the paragraph. So all relatively simple stuff. I'm not going to go over every single thing in here because you can look that up at your own time. And I'm also leaving references to CSS attribute names in the below. From W3 Schools, which they provide a very nice list of a whole different type of attributes. Very nice to check out. I'm leaving in the link in the description. If you like it, if you are interested in knowing more attribute names, definitely check it out. Okay, now let's look at how to take and look at the CSS of your favorite website. So I loaded up the w3schools.com website. I'm going to double click on this page and this little menu should come up. You can also do Control Shift I for this. You want to go down here and click Inspect. This is how you get all the basic code for your website, HTML code for your website. Or you can also do Control Shift I, as I said before. Okay, once you do that, you will open up this page, and the whole website will be shifted on this side, and a bunch of code text stuff will be listed on this side. Now you have to zoom in on that, and we have to click on Elements. Oops. You have to then click on Elements and then click on Styles. Then it will open up all these different styles. So element.style, padding, you could take that out or you can add it, you could change it, and the same thing will change in the actual website. So you can make the website in a very different way using your CSS skills that you just learned. Okay, I hope you try something cool. Thanks for watching. Remember, links in the description below for reference pages, and get coding and make your website beautiful today. Alright, I will see you guys in another video. Bye.